Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's time for the weekly SmackDown Event Center report. And now here's the man that will bring you the happenings on WWE SmackDown every Friday night, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode number 2169 of the show. How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It is basically midnight. That's right, just turned midnight just now. Wow. Okay. Excuse me on that one. Woo! Man, this is a late one. A very late one now. It is 12 midnight. April the 12th, 2025. That's right. Technically, my vacation is over. This is my scheduled day off. And I'm going back to work Monday. As you know, WrestleMania is next week. And I'm telling you, it's going to go crazy. So, Nick Aldis was addressing the Seattle crowd about Randy Orton. And so he calls out Randy Orton. Orton did respond to Nick Aldis. I said, the next time, you did warn him about getting another RKO in there. And then Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga interrupts Hogan. Solo Sikoa says, get him out of the ring. He's crying about not having a match at WrestleMania. Wham, 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 right? And so Randy Orton was not in the mood. And so he decided to brawl with both Sikoa and Tama Tonga, until LA Knight came to the ring. LA Knight started beating the you-know-what out of... started brawling with Fatu and Tonga. Not Fatu and Tonga. Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. And challenged them to a tag match. And Randy Orton thought, hey, it's a good idea. So Nick Aldis agreed and said, look, we'll make that match happen. And so Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez were at ringside for the gauntlet match. Now, before we get going on the rest of the card, an incident happened before SmackDown went on the air. I think Tiffany Stratton was about to pull out of the, get out of her car. She pulled in her car, pulled in the parking lot. Charlotte Flair attacked her to the point where Nick Aldis told Charlotte Flair to go home. So there's that. And speaking of, now there's a women's tag team gauntlet match in the number one contenders match. The winning team will face Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the women's tag team titles at WrestleMania. So Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, who just fought each other for the women's Intercontinental title this past Monday night on Raw, faced the Pure Fusion Collective team of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. They got eliminated in the first. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria eliminated PFC. Up next was Natalya and Maxine Dupree, which Maxine Dupree nicknamed them the Dungeon Dolls. And Maxine Dupree's rookie mistakes had cost her team the match. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria beat them. And now Natty's refusing to return her calls. Then Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, the former women's tag team champions, tried their luck against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Bayley and Lyra beat them. So then it was Michin and B-Fab going against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. And once again, Bayley and Lyra advanced. Then the final team, the Secret Herbis, team of Alba Fire and Piper Niven. Bayley and Lyra won the gauntlet match. They will be challenging Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the tag team titles, and a chance for confronting them. Meanwhile, Damian Priest was about to address the Seattle crowd about his matchup, which against Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania will now be a Sin City street fight. And as you're about to enter the ring, Drew McIntyre attacked him from behind. Both men brawled. Security and officials came out. They got Damian Priest out of the ring. Drew McIntyre ran his mouth, took off his eye patch, saying, I'm 100%. And Priest comes back out, brawls with him, and he gets dropped on the steel stairs with the Future Shock DDT. And so there's that. And DIY was complaining about them getting screwed out of a chance to win the tag team titles. And Pretty Deadly just laughed it away, laughed them off, and said, "You got problems." And then Motor City Machine Guns came in and said, "That's karma, what happened to you, and that's why we beat you." So there's that. Ray Phoenix in his second matchup goes up against Berto of the Legado del Fantasma, and Phoenix ended up winning the matchup in a hard-fought battle. Santos Escobar talks to Berto, comforts him a little bit, and then he goes over, just shake his hand. And then Berto just briefly shakes his hand and walks away. Angel Garza started walking away when the Los Garza went to the back. Meanwhile, Santos Escobar shook his hand. And Ray Phoenix did not know what to make the whole situation. And Santos goes salutes him. Then Byron Saxton interviewed an unexpected face on SmackDown. The NXT standout, the prodigy, Roxanne Perez. And she says she's trying to get Nick Aldis to get her a match at WrestleMania. She wants to be part of WrestleMania. So, and she was impatient waiting for Ava. So, then Tiffany Stratton interrupts Perez, Tiffany Stratton was already not in a good mood. The two start arguing back and forth. Nick Aldis goes, "Shut up, okay?" Right? And he goes, "I'll think about it." So, we have a matchup between those two. Then Chelsea Green was knocking in the trainer's room and saying, "Piper, Alba, I need you." And she starts whining, and then Zelina Vega goes, "Now you're going to do everything by yourself against me. I'm going to show you what I'm all about." And so they had their non-title matchup, and Chelsea Green's arguing, everybody calling Joe Tessitore, Wade Barrett, what's going on? She's too busy running her mouth. She did not realize that she was counted out. She didn't beat the count. Zelina Vega won by count out. Chelsea Green is a brainless person. Chelsea, you're supposed to fight, not run your mouth. That's all you do, you run your mouth. What's my secret herb? Chelsea Green, you run your mouth, you Uma Thurman wannabe. Chelsea Green, you run your mouth, you Uma Thurman wannabe. Oh my goodness, Chelsea Green, shut up next time. Oh, shut up. Alright, so Escobar was a little upset with Berto, disappointed, and was Angel, let's go find Ray Phoenix and congratulate him. And then Andrade talks to Berto, says, "Keep your head up. Come on, you lost, but okay, you gotta be proud. Keep your head up." And then Berto looks at him, "Mind your own business," and walks away. And Andrade's like, "What did I do?" And then Naomi addresses Jade Cargill, and Naomi's got a little psycho crazy. But then Jade Cargill responds to Naomi. And then Cody Rhodes addresses the Seattle crowd with his belt and 6 different title belts. One belt belongs to Bruno Sammartino, and then he mentioned The Undertaker by saying the word Phenom with the other belt, and then you got Eddie Guerrero, you got the Attitude Era belt, and he mentioned Eddie Guerrero with the undisputed belt. That was released in 2003, was it? Then he went to the spinner belt, talked about John Cena, addressing John Cena, and that will be so that's Cody Rhodes for you. So, and Cody Rhodes wants to make history of his own by stopping history. And that's what he wants to do. Byron Saxton interviews the Street Profits about defending the tag team titles next week against the Motor City Machine Guns. And then The Miz and Carmelo Hayes interrupts them. Miz is complaining about the belts not being defended at WrestleMania is a slap in the face to him. And we're Melo, go Miz, and we're Os him. I'm like, oh, good Lord. So, the two loudmouths. And then Angel Dawkins is about to go after them, but let them run their mouths. Let them talk. Women's action. Tiffany Stratton goes one-on-one with Roxanne Perez. Heck of a matchup. And Tiffany Stratton ended up winning that matchup. I mean, these two ladies fought before, I believe. In NXT. I think Tiffany Stratton was the one that knocked off Roxanne Perez to become the NXT Women's Champion. Charlotte Flair attacked Stratton after she was told to go home after the matchup. And then it got to the point where she was arguing with Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett is trying to... Wade Barrett is... Wade Barrett is trying to say you're going to get fired and all that. He goes, who cares about the whole thing? Then the main event, Randy Orton, LA Knight, went up against Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. Knight and Orton won the matchup, and then Jacob Fatu attacked Knight after the matchup. Now, talk about the night before WrestleMania. Three major matches are happening. 1, 6-woman tag team matchup. Zelina Vega teaming up with Kane and Connor, Katana Chance against Chelsea Green and Secret Hervis. Then the tag team titles will be on the line. Street Profits defending them against the Motor City Machine Guns. And then you got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That they do every year at WrestleMania. The WrestleMania before SmackDown in Las Vegas. Well, that is it for episode 2169 of the show. Thank you for tuning in. And I will see you on the next episode. Tomorrow we got Card Sharks. We got Collision. I'll tell you one thing. Hopefully things go well on this final weekend of my vacation until I go back to work Monday. So I will see you guys later. So until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and Do It for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.